One thing the Pixelmon devs always seem to get right is Legendaries. Currently, there are 2 combos of Legendaries in Pixelmon right now, the Mew and Mewtwo combo, and the 3 legendary birds, Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. These are probably not everyone's favorite Legendaries. The legendary birds especially are kind of reprimanded as not being all that great compared to other legendary trios like the dogs or wolves or whatever you want to call them. Doesn't really matter. But the fact stands that the Pixelmon devs always try and make it a little bit more fun when they add in Legendaries. And for that, I want to give you guys the top 3 Legendaries that I think you should be excited for in the coming Pixelmon updates. So these are only the ones that are modeled. I mean, right now, Arceus is not on the list, I'll tell you that right now, because frankly, there's no model for him yet. And I found all of these models by going on the Pixelmon forum, so you guys can check that out. There's going to be a link in the description for that. So with that, let's get right into the list. I feel like the Pixelmon devs can either make it or break it with Deoxys. If you read the background for Deoxys, it says he was formed from a mutation of a virus from space. He is supposed to be highly intelligent and has 4 different forms, including his normal form, his defense form, his speed form, and his attack form. So this opens a whole wide range of possibilities for 1, how to acquire Deoxys, and 2, how to get his different forms. I really think the Pixelmon devs could come up with something really cool, really intricate, and definitely enhance the experience of making Deoxys one of those rare and hard Pokemons to get. He also said to have the ability to fire laser beams and have psychokinetic powers. I mean, honestly, if we look at the models right here, Deoxys just looks awesome. I mean, between all the 4 different models, which again, it's just going to add some diversification between the different forms. And if some people have the same Pokemon, you know, you could always have a different form. Frankly, the shiny's kind of ugly, though. I was just going to throw that out there. But other than that, Deoxys is a really cool Pokemon. I mean, the whole backstory and lore, toppled with awesome models, I feel like this Pokemon could really be the face of one of these updates if it's done properly. If it's not done properly, I could really see that if it's not done properly, it would just be a missed opportunity, I think. But nonetheless, Deoxys should be a really cool addition in one of these coming updates. Genesect's backstory is probably one of the coolest out of all of the Pokemon in Pixelmon, and really just in Pokemon in general. He was an old fossil Pokemon found by Team Plasma, and then Team Plasma technologically advanced him and tried to make him the most powerful Pokemon ever. Eventually, the project was cancelled, and basically some crazy scientist gave him a giant cannon on his back. So if that's not an awesome backstory, I really don't know what it is, because then they raised the Genesect army and try to take over the world, or at least most of it. So if a backstory like that doesn't open a few doors for developers to incorporate them, I don't really know what would. On top of that, Genesect also has some really good competitive stats. He's highly used in the Pokemon competitive scene right now, and frankly, as long as you're not using him in his cockroach form, he looks like an awesome Pokemon. If you look at the models right here, they are quite nice. Caribird did an awesome job on them. That cannon on his back just makes him look terrifying, but again, in the cockroach form, he just kind of looks like something I would want to step on, and not so much used on my team, but that's okay. As soon as you get him back to his other form, he is a force to be reckoned with. He's going to be one of the most powerful Pokemon, and having some steel body armor. The model, the stats, and all of that just make him a really exciting Pokemon. I hope the backstory is capitalized on. I know they said they were going to put him off for a few updates and try and think of a cool way to incorporate him. So hopefully that is done properly, and we get an awesome Genesect and an awesome way to get him. Darkrai is known to inhabit dreams and cause the target to have unending nightmares, which can be stopped if exposed to a lunar wing from Cresselia. Darkrai is one of those scary Pokemon. Similar to Gengar in a sense. I mean, I think I made a video about a scary Gengar maybe once or twice. Nonetheless, I feel like with these scary Pokemon, you could really have a fun way to incorporate them. A horror fest, maybe for this coming Halloween, they can incorporate Darkrai. He's obviously modeled, so that would be kind of a long way to wait. But nonetheless, Darkrai is an extremely fast Pokemon with 125 speed and really just a terrifying one. Maybe that's why I chose him as my number 1, just because I feel like scary things, if done well, are some of the best things. You could really have a really awesome event and a really awesome way to capture this guy just because of how scary he is. I mean, he haunts your dreams, and the only way to stop him is from another legendary Pokemon, which odds are isn't going to save you. Darkrai all around is a really cool Pokemon. He has an awesome model, and he just looks terrifying. Imagine getting battled by one of these things in the night while traveling through a forest. I'd be pretty terrified. And that is why Darkrai earns my number 1 spot for the top 3 legendary Pokemon to be excited for in the coming updates. So I do hope you guys did enjoy this video. I kind of made it just to celebrate the release of Pixelmon 3.0. I thought it'd be kind of fun to make, and all around I had a really good time looking at all the different models of the different legendaries we should be expecting in the coming months in Pixelmon. If you guys do have any other legendaries you're excited about, please let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll, make a new list with yours. So thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all later. Bye.